Hi, I'm Dr. Sharen Casazza. You're about to view a short video about your toddler from the doctors here at Washingtonville Pediatrics. Let's start with a look at how your toddler is developing from our friends at Simply Parenting.
Despite their reputation as challenging, 18-month-olds are also loads of fun. As their personalities develop, you may feel a bit like you're looking in a mirror. They'll imitate your gestures, speech patterns, and activities. You'll also notice that your little one is developing more physically and fast. Right about now, walking will turn into running and jumping, and maybe even kicking a ball. The biggest physical milestone at this age is climbing. Your toddler will fearlessly try to conquer furniture and playground equipment. This will undoubtedly lead to more bumps and bruises, so be sure to supervise your child's adventures. But in general, communication should be much easier now that your child's language skills are more advanced. He or she understands much of what you say at this point and should be able to say 4 to 10 words beyond mama and dada.
Huh? Is that a car? No. Okay.
Although language development can be variable, most 18-month-olds know their own names and can wave and say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Soon.
They can point to body parts and often can name them.
What's this? What's Mommy's? What are those?
Eyes.
Eyes. Good.
And some children this age can even put together 2-word phrases.
Hallelujah.
As children's fine motor skills improve, they get more absorbed in simple puzzles and shape sorters. They should be able to fit a circle or square into a cutout hole of the corresponding shape. Since your toddler can now hold a crayon, he or she will begin to scribble and color. While 1-year-olds draw random strokes, 18-month-olds are often capable of deliberate zigzags and circles. Just remember that to a toddler, a wall may just look like a big coloring book.
At this age, your baby's appetite will decrease, and he or she might even get a bit picky about food choices. There's tremendous variation from day to day, and even sometimes when they only want one type of food. This is all normal as growth slows down and your baby begins to assert some independence. The trick to having a healthy eater is to avoid giving your baby a liquid menu of milk or juice. Avoid foods high in salt and sugar, minimize snacks between meals, and continue to offer simple, healthy foods to your baby. Over the course of a week, a toddler will eat a nutritious variety of foods, and usually in the right amounts. Avoid food fights with toddlers and never use food as a reward or punishment. Continue to make sure you have a set bedtime and bedtime routine. Remember that toddlers thrive on routines and will learn to be sleepy if given the right cues. If your toddler wakes up in the night, go in and comfort briefly, calmly, and without lights. Repeat in a soft voice, "It's night-night now, time to go to sleep." If you're consistent, sooner or later they will get the message and settle down. If your toddler keeps trying to get out of his or her crib, then it might be time for toddler bed. You can put a gate on the doorway if your toddler wanders at night. Your toddler should be using a sippy cup and be completely weaned from the bottle. If they are attached to their bottle and use it as a pacifier, put only water in the bottle and everything else in the cup. But remember, no cups or bottles to bed. Teeth should be washed with a washcloth or very soft toothbrush at the end of the day. No toothpaste is needed yet. If your baby is uncomfortable from teething, acetaminophen will be helpful. Check with our staff for the correct dosage. Continue polyviflor daily unless your water is fluoridated. Do not give any medications to your baby without discussing it with the doctor first. Avoid all over-the-counter cold medicines. It's too early for toilet training. Best to wait until the second birthday. Parenting a toddler can be challenging. Let's take a look at some tips from our friends at Simply Parenting.
Whoever called them the terrible twos was a little behind the curve. Experienced parents know that this difficult period begins at around 18 months. With confident mobility and better communication skills, children this age will begin to get, well, willful. It's up to you as the parent to balance control and discipline with understanding of your child's need to explore.
Hold the ball for Mommy. Whoa. Hold on. Yeah, who's that?
It's best not to lash out in reaction to a temper tantrum. Turn your back for a minute or two and wait it out. And know that this behavior is a normal part of development. Children need to learn their limits, and that screaming or whining are not the best ways to get what they want.
Show me.
Which leads us to the word no.
No.
18-month-olds definitely understand it, and some, you may notice, love to say it.
No.
We should count.
This negative response is normal and gives kids a sense of power and control. Establishing routines and setting limits can help ease this difficult period in your child's development. Try the following. Give your child choices, usually no more than 2, about simple things such as what to wear or what to eat. For example,
Milk or juice?
I like juice.
use distraction whenever your child is becoming too frustrated. Children need to go through this challenging period to become their own selves. Most importantly, don't forget to keep a sense of humor.
Hi, my name is Kimberly, and I'm one of the nurses here at Washingtonville Pediatrics. Here are some reasons to call our office. If your baby has a fever of 103 or greater, or has a fever of 101 or greater persisting more than 24 hours. If your baby is more irritable than normal. If your baby is not waking to feed or is refusing to feed. If your baby has vomited more than once. If your baby has a severe cough, wheezing, or is breathing faster than normal. If your baby falls and hits their head hard, especially if there is any loss of consciousness or there is a large visible bump or bruise.
Let's end with a look at having fun with your 18-month-old.
Eighteen-month-olds may be very demanding of your attention, but the good news is that they can also be entertained by an even broader range of activities.
Fred, let's try it again, okay?
Continue to read to your child and play games asking about animal sounds.
A cow says, a sheep says,
Gorilla.
What's that? Gorilla, yeah. How's a gorilla go? Ooh, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your 18-month-old's play activities should now include beginner puzzles, sorting, nesting, and stacking toys. Knobs and buttons are also a big hit. Most kids at this age will monopolize the TV remote, press the buttons on the telephone, and get a kick out of turning on and off the lights. If these habits annoy you, try the bait and switch. Many toys are equipped with age-appropriate buttons and levers. Blocks are also great toys for kids this age. Most 18-month-olds can stack them 3 or 4 cubes high, and all children enjoy knocking them down.
Whoa.
whoa,
Speaking of deconstruction, many toddlers also get into their own form of modern art, sculpture with clay, finger painting, and scribbling. Big paper and fat crayons or washable markers are easier for your toddler as he or she learns how to draw masterpieces worthy of the refrigerator. But don't limit your child's artistic education to the visual arts. Continue to nurture his or her musical side. Bingo, Wheels on the Bus, and Old MacDonald are great starters. Kids love the repetitious phrases. They may even sing along.
The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again when your toddler's 2 years old.